Are you wondering how to put together a marketing strategy for your product launch, for a new e-commerce product which you're trying to sell online, for a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo campaign, or it could even be for a digital product which you're looking to get out there? Marketing is one of those subjects that can have a profound impact in just about every area of your life. Literally, we go outside and our worlds are surrounded by marketers and advertisers who are selling us products. So what if you could harness the power of marketing to be able to effectively promote your own brand, your own messages, and your own product? So in today's video, we are breaking down a very popular marketing framework, which is known as the 4P's of marketing. This framework was actually developed by E. Jerome McCarthy in the 1960s, and it's been popularized since then by many marketing professors. And I really wanted to give you this simple framework because it can be such a headache and really trying to understand what you should focus on when it comes to your marketing game. So let's get into it and let's really get down to the brass tacks of how you can use this to drive traffic, to get funding, to bring in revenue when it comes to your product, your brand, and your business. My name is Salvador Briggman, and I've been in the marketing game, specifically the digital marketing game, for a very long time, using marketing to grow things like my personal brand, different websites, different blogs, different online products, also helping with clients when it comes to their e-commerce and selling products online, getting funding for their crowdfunding campaigns. And the 4P's of marketing is one of those frameworks which you really should know just because it simplifies everything. And if you're kind of scratching your head, it's a little bit confusing when it comes to marketing a product, a brand, or getting your messages out there, I think this is really going to help clarify this. So let's get into the first P. So you can kind of think of this as like a box, right? And the first corner of the box is really going to be the product. So the first P of marketing we're going to focus on is the product. And by product, I mean whatever it is that you're going to be selling. So the products have different components when it comes to what you're pushing out there online. So for example, the product could be a digital product like a program or a course. It could be a physical product like a new invention which you have, or you're trying to sell something online. It could be also another form of product like a service. That could be, for example, like a sponsorship service, or you're trying to do a done-for-you kind of a service to help someone out. It could be if you're in construction, you're providing a service, or if you're a realtor, you're providing a service of some kind, right? So product is kind of synonymous with product and service. And when it comes to products and services, we have benefits, we have functions, we have features, and we have competitors. So let me give you a simple example. Let's just say that you've developed a new workout bench. You go to the gym and you have these different workout benches, right, that you can use that's going to provide stability when you're using things like dumbbells or barbells. Let's just say you've designed a new workout bench that is portable and that has the features of being lightweight, but also durable and secure. So whenever we think about a product or a service, we always want to think about the problem that that product or service solves. So for example, with this specific example, maybe when it comes to the problem is that no one wants to buy a workout bench at home because it's really heavy, it's hard to move around, it's clunky, but this is going to solve the problem that it's very lightweight, but it's also durable, so you can lift heavy weights, right, while you're using this specific workout bench. That example product is going to have specific features, but also functions as well. Maybe it functions differently than a traditional workout bench or a bench press, in some kind of way. In addition, it's also going to have benefits. So benefits are intimately tied with functions and features because they're more of like how that shows up in your life. So for example, this portable workout bench is lightweight so that you're not going to break your back when you're carrying this down the stairs, or so that when you're moving it around, it's going to be very easy, so it's easy for you to do many different types of workouts in one session without having to be exhausted. The first P, product, when it comes to my coaching students and also people who've read my books and taken my courses, is usually the one that we focus on most because that's where their inspiration comes from when it comes to their product or their service. But in addition, I think that the next P is also extremely critical, and that is price. Price is a fascinating subject, and you'll know if you've ever, been exposed to my own marketing that I think a lot about the actual price, because price is intimately tied to value. For example, you could have two different products. One could be a water bottle, and one that you buy for $5 versus one that you buy for $30 is very different in the price category, and also in terms of what they're made of, the functions, the benefits, benefits, and even the design quality when it comes to those different products. So price is also intimately tied to value, perception of value, and the way in which you display price is also critical when it comes to your marketing. To give you a simple example here, Kickstarter and Indiegogo, these are two different crowdfunding websites where you can have many different types of products. And one of the things that these platforms have pioneered is having a tiered pricing system. So what we notice as marketers is that when there are multiple options, not too many options, but multiple options, it tends to have that effect of nudging consumers or backers towards those upper level options because they don't want to have the least valuable pricing option when it comes to those perks or those rewards. To give you another example, if you ever go into a store, you go into a mall, right? You have a specific price, the MSRP or the retail price, and usually there's also some kind of a sale which is happening, which gives you that feeling like there's a limited time to get your hands on that product. So price is the next P because it's critical not only for consumers to evaluate the actual benefits and also the value of that inherent product, but also to put it into context in their own mind as to what to expect from that product. So we're moving through this list, and it's actually really exciting because the more clear that you become about this, the more easy it is to see that, hey, I could get this product out there, I could get this service out there, and I could have people who have never met me before purchase that product or that service. Or even when it comes to something like a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo campaign, become a part of your community and help you build a brand, right? So I talk a lot about that on this channel, and more importantly, how you can move your life forward. Want to take all the stress out of fulfilling your Kickstarter rewards? Fulfillrite is the turnkey solution that puts product delivery on autopilot. The Top Campaigns uses trusted high-tech provider to store, package, and ship their products. Focus on growing your business. Leave shipping to the experts. Don't wait. Get a custom quote from Fulfillrite today. Link in the description. So the third P in this 4P framework is place. And by that, I mean, where the heck are you selling this specific product or this service? You want to think that kind of as like your distribution channel almost, but place can really refer to a couple of different things. It could be, for example, direct to consumer. Maybe you're advertising or marketing that product on a website which you own. That place could be a platform like Kickstarter or Indiegogo. It could be retail outlets where you're selling this through a distributor, and then people are going to buy it physically in person. There are many different distribution channels or places where people can actually buy that product, and that's what the next P stands for in this specific framework. Now, why is this so important? It's because depending on where that product appears, the actual placement of it is going to have lots of expectations when it comes to the actual consumer. So if you decide to sell this at a flea market, or you decide to sell this on the corner of the road, or you decide to sell this in a really glass, beautifully designed warehouse, or you decide to sell this in a strip mall, right? These are going to be very different places where people can buy it, which is going to expose you to a different audience. Same thing is true when it comes to the placement. If you're selling this on Amazon versus your own website versus through, crowdfunding website, for example, like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, it's going to have very different audiences which you're catered to. So the place in which you sell it is not only going to determine the scalability of the product, the conceptions and preconceptions about what people have in terms of the buyers, but also who it is that is going to be available to buy that product. To give you just another quick example, when it comes to that, let's just say you developed a new flavor of ice cream, and this is like some really high-end frozen yogurt. You could decide to sell that as one store in New York City in the Bronx, or you could decide to sell that and open that up a shop, let's just say in Martha's Vineyard, right? Different disposable incomes, different demographics, and also different competition as to where you are selling that product. So be mindful of the place. And the fourth P in my list is one of the most exciting, and that's because I am passionate about this, man. Digital marketing has changed my life. And number 4 is really the promotion. So promotion, there's also offline marketing as well, but digital marketing has changed my life. It's not only learning these concepts has allowed me to grow a YouTube following, a podcast, a blog, be able to help other clients as well when it comes to launches, my own books, my courses, my digital products. It's been one of those things when you understand digital marketing, you have a tremendous amount of scale scalability. You can literally build digital wealth online, and you can have audiences that pop up overnight with new brands which you're growing. So it's so exciting. So let's talk about this P, which is promotion. And if you've been enjoying this video up until this point in time, number one, come subscribe to the channel for more advice and tips when it comes to being able to launch your products out there online, growing your income, being able to achieve success in your life, whatever that means to you, and some of the tactics and strategies and methods to get you there faster. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up as well, and leave a positive comment. But the fourth P is really going to be about promotion, and there are so many different avenues that you can promote. So I'm going to throw out a couple of them just to give you an idea. You could, for example, start with ads, and even within the pay-per-click marketing ecosystem, you could start with Google ads or TikTok ads or Instagram ads or X ads, right? There are so many platforms where you can actually do ads. You can even do things, for example, like running ads within other people's email newsletters. You could do offline banners as well. So advertising is whole kind of beast, is whole other segment when it comes to digital marketing. You also have things like social media marketing, and we kind of lump that into paid marketing versus organic. So social media marketing could be posting on Instagram, posting on Facebook, posting on Snapchat, right? So many different social media channels out there nowadays, even on YouTube. You have other ones as well, like email marketing, communicating with potential customers via email marketing to make them aware of your products and your services is a killer way to get the word out there about what you're doing. Another one we have is affiliate marketing. So joining an affiliate marketing marketplace so that other people can promote your products, or using, for example, social media influencers to get their tribe to be aware of what it is that you're doing online. I'll just throw out one or two more here when it comes to different ways in which you can promote your products. Another one would be conducting a PR campaign. So for example, having bloggers, news outlets, and even people cover you online when it comes to what it is that you've created, what it is you're announcing, your products and your services. You incorporate PR to get media hits, to get traffic to your website, and people actually purchasing your products and your services, and also deliver credibility to what it is that you're doing. And another one, which I'll throw in here, which is kind of like a blend of sales and marketing, is to do direct outreach. This would be like a sales development representative sending out cold emails to local businesses or to local brands to be able to, if you have a service, for example, to get people to be aware of your company and the problems that it solves. So I know that this is like a little bit confusing, and if you want to kind of think about this in a more tangible way, let's just say that you invented a new product, and that product has certain features, benefits, and functions, and you decide to have that product, which is maybe more of a high-end product, you decide to sell that and to get maybe pre-orders or backers for that on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. And you decide on the price as well, which is that we're gonna have an MSRP and give those people a little bit of a deal, give them 30 or 40% off when we go live on Kickstarter or Indiegogo to really validate the demand when it comes to this product. And lastly, we're gonna promote that, and we're gonna start to promote that on social media. Maybe we're also gonna do some email marketing, we're gonna do some paid marketing as well, and also PR. So that would be a simple example of how you can use the 4 P's of marketing in order to develop a marketing strategy and just be a little bit more deliberate and just a tiny bit more structured when it comes to your marketing campaign. So in today's day and age, marketing is like a superpower, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be the one who is the specialist, the one who is the expert when it comes to marketing. If you need help and you want to talk at all about your individual marketing goals, you can go down below and you can book an individual one-on-one coaching call with me. You can also go to the link down below and you can reach out to me on my website and shoot me an email if you want to learn more about ways that I can help you when it comes to your marketing, or if you have questions, if you're trying to study the marketing game yourself and you just want a little bit of coaching and guidance going into that to learn the ropes, you can go down below as well and book an individual one-on-one coaching call with me. Just click that link, watch the video, and you'll learn more about the ways that I can help you when it comes to getting a new product out there, whether that's growing a brand or even a new service, when it comes to really making a dent in the universe, really dominating your niche and making sure that people understand the benefits of your product or your service. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, give me a thumbs up, come subscribe to this channel for more content just like this. My name is Salvador Briggman, and I will see you next time.